Hi everyone, I'm Madeleine and welcome to my channel Epilogue. Today we'll be doing the crochet journal for July 2026. You won't believe it. I don't have one or two finished objects. I have seven finished objects. I have exceeded my expectations. I'm not going to start with the finished objects today. I think I'll be starting with the projects that I'm currently working on. I did not work on the Persian tiles. As you can imagine, I was busy with a lot of other things. So yeah, these bad boys, they are still the same, untouched, unloved. I did work on my wit malgas graphic, but it was like one row and a bit, and that was it. So I'm not gonna show you a whole row of just blue. So no, I'm not gonna bother with that. I did also work on my All Seasons patchwork poncho. I definitely did a bit more than the previous time. I think the previous time I did like 2 or 3 rows with this one, and now I completed 9 or 10. I think 9 or 10 rows, and that's not bad because this is a very wide poncho. I'm not going to open the entire thing. But yeah, I did 9 or 10 rows of these. Oh, I can't wait to finish this and wear this. Yeah, I'll probably only be done in time for next winter. But yeah, it's so worth it. It's so soft. Yeah, I'm not going to rush this. I'm going to keep on loving it. And when it's done, I'm going to wear it and it's going to be wonderful. The next item, the beanie I made for my son for school with the new stretch wool in the shop, and this is very nice. This is very nice. The beanie is now completed, and it was not enough for an entire beanie with a brim that you can flip over. This was just enough for a skull cap, and he's very happy with it. So let me show you. Here it is. I did some changes to my previous ideas of what I wanted to do with the rim, and I'm happy with it as it is. It sits quite nicely. Let me show you. I'll say. Okay. Yeah, it covers his ears, head, the back of his head, and yeah, it's warm, it's comfortable, and it's soft and stretchy. It's not like super soft, but what I mean with the soft, it's not squishing your head. And he's very happy in this with this, and it's in the color navy. My only tip or note regarding the stretch when you are crocheting, I've noticed that while I'm crocheting, I'm slightly untwisting the yarn, but I'm not sure if it's something that happens when you knit as well. It wasn't problematic, but it was something that I noted as I'm working on the beanie. I noticed that I was starting to untwist the yarn from the ball. But okay, so this is then our first finished object. And next up, as you can see here, it is his camo zip-up vest. I am so chuffed with myself. Here it is. Yes, it is slightly larger than it needs to be, but this fits over. If he's wearing a jacket, then he can just pop it over the jacket. So he plays with it a lot because it's just hanging there in his room, and then he'll be playing, and then on it goes. And there's pockets for the guns and the bullets, and his badge or his grenade, and there's a pocket for a knife. And at the back you'll see I made these, I don't know what to call it, but yeah, he can slip his plastic shotgun in here, or his plastic swords, his play swords in here at the back. And yeah, he's enjoying it, and that makes me happy. And look at it, yeah, I'm glad that the knit didn't work out, because this vest was made to be crocheted corner to corner. I love it. Yeah, let me show it like this. Then you can see the color a bit better. The camo effect it made. I'm very chuffed with it. Yeah, and then he zips it up if he wants to. So like I said, this was made with charity double knit print, and corner to corner, 3 panels, back panel, the 2 front panel. Then I joined the panels and I did the bottom part in, what do you call it, moss stitch, and the same with the armholes. I did just like 3 rows of moss stitch for the armholes, just to keep it nice and neat. And then I did the collar, a nice tall collar, and after that I did the zipper. Also just, I think also just 3 rows of moss stitch here at the front, and then I attached it with the crochet hook. It's not worked with the needle or with the machine. I crocheted it on. That was tough. That wasn't easy. I had to redo it because I had a tendency to pull it too tight, and then the zipper started to curve like a circle. It was just too tight, so I had to redo it a couple of times. As you can see, it's still slightly wonky, but otherwise I don't think this is bad for my first ever zipper vest. It makes me want to do more of these. This was fun, and it was faster for me to do this with a corner to corner and everything than to knit it. But yeah, knitting doesn't come natural for me. Crochet, that's my thing. So I'll just stick to crocheting. But yeah, I'm very proud of myself, and this came out very nice. Oh. There's a lot of natural light coming from this side, so I don't know if it's fading the color. But yeah, I'm happy I made it. I think what makes me even more happy about it is that my son enjoys it. He is actively playing with this. So it's yes, Mom. Job well done. Okay, so that was finished object number 2. We'll get to this one a little later. Okay. I think, yeah. I did talk to you about it. There was a SHEIN crochet kit that I received, and I did a video on kom ons kyk, and I will link it, the card here somewhere, so then if you haven't seen it, that you can just click on it, or I will put the link down below in the description box if you'd rather go and watch it a little bit later. And yeah, so I did a thing. An itsy bitsy, a lot of thingies, and oh yeah. The crochet kit asks, on the kit it says for beginners, and this is a intermediate level project. This was fun. It just has a lot of little teensy beansy, but you're working with a 2mm crochet hook as well. So yeah, and there are a couple of things that you will need to know, even though there's a tutorial, a video, a link to the video, and I'll attach it down below in the descriptions as well. where the lady takes you through step by step with everything. There isn't, or you can buy a PDF. You can go and buy her PDF, and then she's got all sorts of sizes, and there are even more boots on her channel. So if you want to go have a look, support her, by all means, go ahead. She's got loads of these adorable converse takkies. Yeah, I think that's what you call it, converse takkies. But yeah, now about that kit. In the tutorial, the lady says you need 4-ply, and the kit sent me, yes, it was 4 strings of yarn, a 4-ply, but it wasn't the thickness of a 4-ply. They kind of missed the yeah, they don't, obviously the people that did the packing of those kits they don't crochet or knit or work with yarn at all, because otherwise they would have known this isn't a 4-ply, this is a double knit. So it wasn't easy crocheting with a double knit with a 2mm needle. It was horrific. It kept snagging the yarn the whole time, but yeah, it still came out very pretty, so cute. And it's soft. It's what do they call it? A baby yarn. It's just a very, very soft yarn. So, and the color came out incorrect. The crochet boots that they wanted, or the crochet takkies that they thought they bought for their boy, was a crochet kit for a girl. So I made another finished object. So this was finished object number 3. And here is finished object number 4. Oh, I don't know. Does this count like 1, 2? Is this 2 objects? Can I? Should I? May I? But anyway, so this I did in the correct color. For a boy. Not that the boy can't wear pink, but you know, most parents, when they go out and they buy something for their baby boy or their baby girl, it's either going to be neutral, soft colors like yellow or soft green, or if it's for a girl, then a soft pink, or if it's for a boy, a soft blue. So that's what I did. I scavenged in my between my cottons, and I had 4-ply in white and 4-ply in duck egg. Look at these. So I made them little cotton boots in the correct sizing. So this was a lot easier to do the second time around than with these. And then of course I did add some issues creating this. I'm not your amigurumi little itsy bitsy. It's not enjoyable for me. It's not that I cannot do it. It's just not my thing. Give me garments or blankets. I love doing that. It's here. And yeah, you can see the, can you see the stitch definition with the cotton and then with the soft acrylic? And I think you should be able to see the cotton, because it was in the correct size cotton for the correct size needle. The sole and the rest of the stitches came out very neat, while these came out slightly more lumpy because the yarn was too thick for the needle, but it is quite plush and it is soft. So yeah, these will be going to their owners very soon. And these, what I'm going to do at the shop, what I'll do is, when you come and buy some yarn, it doesn't matter if you buy 1,000 Rand worth of wool or 27 Rand ball of cotton, doesn't matter. if you want to and you are interested in the boots, in the little converse takkies, then you can write your name and your cell phone number on your slip, and we will put it in a bowl and we will have a draw at the end of September. And whoever whose name I draw will receive the converse takkies. What do you guys think? A bit of a I won't say competition, a lucky draw. It's a lucky draw in the shop. We haven't had something like that. So I think that'll just be fun. If you're interested in these pair, I'm not going to make another pair. It was cute. It's adorable. It was fun at that moment, but it's not something I'm going to keep on making. My hands were hurting with the little fiddly thingies. So no, these are a once off, and yeah, if you are interested in them, then come on over to the shop, buy something, anything in the shop, and then we can put your name and your number in a bowl or in a jar, and then we will do a lucky draw at the end of September, and then you might be the one to get these. Let's talk about this one. This is my finished object number 5. This is brand new. This is a sampler for the shop. So this was done and it is crocheted forever, corner to corner. Look at that. This is unbelievably soft. It's so fluffy. It feels luxurious. This is just great. This is a brand new season yarn that came out. I've got the label here. As you can see, Forever, a luxury faux fur. I think I called it folks fur. Folks fur in the What's Pirak video, but I think the correct way of saying it's faux fur. So yes, this is 100% micro polyester. That's why it's so incredibly soft, and it's a 200-gram ball, approximately 116 meters or 126 yards, and the care instructions: do not iron, do not bleach, do not dry clean, do not tumble dry, gentle hand wash only. And I can imagine why, because I think if this can go from looking luxurious to, ooh, I'm not touching that very fast if you don't care for it correctly. And yeah, this is what I could do with one 200-gram ball. And it's, like I said, it's crochet. So if you are a knitter, then obviously you'll be able to do a slightly larger square than this one. Your square will be slightly larger. And if you want a nice big blanket, well, good luck. You're going to have to buy a couple of these, and it's going to cost you a couple of these. This sample is so that you can have an idea at the shop what the yarn is going to look like in the end, and what it could feel like in the end, or when your project is finished. Now this is so incredibly soft. I can't stop touching it. Okay, so that is finished object number 5, and then I've got two fun ones that I did. Like the one object I finished in a week, and the other one took like 2 weeks. But yeah, let me show you. I did receive quite a couple of requests now already for the past couple of years, that there are some of the clients, they want me to do wearables so that they can buy in the shop. And I tried my hand at the hexi cardigan. What do you think? It's normal granny stitch And like I said, it's a hexagon cardigan, so it's it's not a square. It's a hexagon, 2 hexagons that you attach, and then you can make this beautiful cardigan. And then the cuff and the neckline, and here all down at the bottom rim, it's all done with just simple back row, front row double crochets, and to create that beautiful textured border. And it just finishes it off nicely. This is done with the Charity double knit colors. I used cloud blue, aqua, duck egg, electric blue, and jeans blue for the colors, and I did it just in this gradient. So yeah, it's looking stunning. I absolutely love this. This is in a size large, and I did another one, all pinks and purples, soft pinks and soft purples. This is the extra large one, and I made it with some extra bling. These colors are also mostly the Charity double knit, and you'll see 2 of my latest colors, the cider and the malva, cider and malva, and rose, pale rose, and twilight. I've used twilight before, but more like in a grey bluish color, and look how perfectly it fits in with the light pinks and the light purples. I love playing around with color. And then the extra color I added, the extra little bling, was some yarn. I still had 2 balls of yarn I still had in my stash from El Glow. Can you see the bling? Just added that. That's something nice. And at night it gives, or in the correct light, it gives a very soft sparkle, not in your face, just lightly, like, oh, what's that? You know, it just grabs your attention for a moment. And I like that, yeah. So this color is in rose, yeah. And every here and there's a bit of a sparkle. And I did it for the border as well, just a little bit of sparkle. So I'm not just going to use the Charity. Maybe I'll be using some Carré or pure gold or whatever. Obviously that will influence the price, and the sizing will influence the price as well. With the extra large, I also bought 10 balls, and I used about 600 and odd grams. And I used of all the balls. The couple of balls that's still left, there's still 5 colors. I also did 5 colors, 2 of each, and these I used into the second ball of each color, but I didn't completely finished all the colors. So yeah, I will be selling this by weight and type of yarn that I used, and hopefully there will be more. So let's see if you're interested in making your own hexagon cardigan. I will put down the link in the description down below, so that you can also go and make your own hexagon cardigan. If you don't want to make your own hexagon cardigan, then you can come and buy one here at my shop. So it's an old video, it's about 8 years ago, and she's got sizes from extra small all the way to 5XL, you know, and that's a lot. That is the whole range. And then you can decide, are you going to do it short sleeve? Are you going to lengthen the sleeve? Are you going to do a cuff? Are you going to do a crop jacket? Or are you going to lengthen the cardigan? Are you doing a neckline? a lot of options, and yeah, and she goes with you through every step, and it's a very clear video and was very easy to follow. And by using a 5mm needle, this goes by like that. You're just gonna have to buy a couple of balls if you are doing different colors. Maybe you use a yarn that's already got a gradient or a variant, whatever, and you just can continue on with that ball. Then obviously you will be using less. You don't have to buy 10 balls of yarn. You might only need what's it, how many was that? About that, this one, was it 400 grams? No, I think this was nearly 500, but yeah, so you'll only be using between 5 to 7 balls of yarn instead of 10 balls of yarn. But if you're gonna go full on color, then yeah, then you are going to have to buy a lot of balls of yarn of different colors. But this was fun, and I hope you enjoyed this month's crochet journal. It was definitely something different than the normal stuff I show. So yeah, I enjoyed it as well. It was a nice break for myself as well. And I will see you in the next video or in the shop. Please feel free to click like if you enjoyed the content of this video or found it to be informative. Should you want to see more of my videos on YouTube, search Yekolifi and select subscribe. Remember to set your bell notification so you don't miss out on my latest content. You can share this video with friends or chat with me in the comments.